Old poopies. Loopy noopers.
Streams up.
Scribbly Pibbles.
So scribbly pibs.
Are you still here?
I think this guy's trying to get out of giving his penis away. They all like knew what he was doing immediately.
Scribbly Pibbles is addicted to heroin. Yeah, and makes up 5% of his Earth's atmosphere. His Earth.
I think it was like even more than that, wasn't it? Like it was.
It was. Yeah, it was an insane number.
Like duh.
This guy's. Oh god. All right, Mike. Let's try not to reference Robin Hood Men in Tights today.
It's too late.
He pointed out. I was getting ready to do it. If it happens organically, I can't make any promises.
Just don't ask him to hold any reins.
Somebody walks into it. One says anything even close to Abe Lincoln, I will.
The challenge is I'm gonna tee you up, and you have to try not to do it.
It's gonna be, oh man.
Like that, like when they tried to do that to Michael when he told me he couldn't say that's what she said anymore.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You're back. It's been a couple weeks. Does anyone want to earn a hero point? And
Definitely not.
refresh everyone's memory on the last session of the Bygone order.
I don't even remember what happened last time.
Well, someone else wants to do it, they can.
I won't take the hero point for
We go
anyone.
back to like full health and everything, or no?
What?
Are we all back to full health and everything, or does it not happen yet? Okay,
Not unless you healed previously.
I did not.
We're at level 5, right?
Yes.
I might have accidentally hit something, but I fixed it, and I'm back to
We fall apart. That was like pretty much the whole thing, wasn't it?
We fought Loveless Bloodbath McGrath.
May got a bunch of crits.
Yeah, she fucked him up.
We went back and forth, and I think it was Drace's spell that finished him off.
I saved Trace's life.
Well, it was my auto thing. It was the acid.
Persistent
Yeah, it's
damage
a
for the win. Then there was some flashback stuff. There was a bit of a monologue. We knocked out Wilbur and then hightailed it out of there.
You spared Wilbur after having a very epic.
I was ready to kill him, and then I flashbacked.
Flashback.
Honestly shocked that Wilbur survived.
For now.
Flashback
You can
yourself
still drive
out
back
and
and kill him.
killing him.
He gets one. He gets
Everybody gets
one.
one.
Everybody gets one.
All right, well, that was kind of a jump
Not everybody.
of recollection of last session.
So everybody gets one. That's what you're saying.
Well, we have the community pool.
Community pool. Maybe that's a community hero point.
Sorry, my sister's texting me.
He's trying to get the hero point by explaining what happened last time.
She's trying to get the hero point.
She's catching up.
Yeah.
On the streams. I guess there could be a communal one if you want.
Cool.
Do we do they what's the word I'm thinking of?
Roll over.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Did you guys use the communal one last time?
I don't think so.
I
still
don't
have
think
one.
I'm showing 2, but Pathfinder has been resetting me in weird ways, so I don't have no idea if this is accurate or not.
I have one hero point.
I'm the 1, but I'm only at 19 health. So I know my thing didn't reset.
I have 26, so I guess this is probably accurate.
Yep, 39 out of 48. We good.
All right,
I'm
so
good.
we'll just throw a hero point in the communal pool.
Cool.
So you guys are driving your way back to Mistmore. Any plans on stopping, or you just want to go like straight through back to town?
We are getting the hell. Well, we were actually taking the long way around to
Oh,
make
wait.
sure that we weren't being followed.
There was more that happened in the last session
Was there?
Mm-hmm.
because we found out like Shroud isn't trying to get rid of magic because he hates it. He wants it all for himself.
So if you're gonna get into what Hart said, you could save that because you're gonna have a debrief with Freddie,
Mm-hmm.
who needs to know all this information.
Yes, he also said something about my parents being imprisoned.
Oh yeah, and I guess, but we
Also
like there's
elf
also a flashback with May and Lewis Booker who took her in and taught her everything she knows, and then
And that's why I
When-
didn't go Wilbur.
when she
Cool.
did you say that already?
I glossed over it, but yeah.
Yeah, he said some flashbacky things and was zoop, zoop, done with it.
We don't
Corvus
need to
gave
go
it
into
to
my
us a
backstory.
red feather.
Yeah, she seems really embarrassed by it. Let's not talk any more about it. Go on, Bessie.
And we learned
It was
that
all
the
in my
guy's
head,
name was
therefore no one else saw it.
Stuart LaBeouf.
Stuart LaBeouf.
Stuart LaBeouf.
So you guys head straight back to town. You weren't followed, so it didn't seem like anyone was following you.
Okay.
All right, so you get back to town.
That was an experience.
You're driving through town. As you go through the city, there's there's banners up and stuff that say like "Welcome President Shroud." Like people are like similar messages like that. People are getting ready to welcome him to the town. But there are some folks on ladders actually taking their signs down. So some of these signs are coming down. Yeah, you guys, you're back in Mistmore. So what would you like to do? You can meet like Freddie back at the Whisper Well.
Did we
Back
miss
to the Whisper Well
Freed?
for the debrief.
Yeah, I think my priority is to check on Myra and stuff first.
Let's make sure Freddie got back is my personal vote.
Yeah, I agree. I'll come with you.
Yeah, you can head back to the Whisper Well and
I'll check in on Basilio and make sure he's been keeping the show afloat, which I've heard he has, but I just need to see it for myself.
We should also make sure Soup Guy got back. Okay.
He went with Freddie, so they should be together.
Yep, so you guys arrive at the Whisper Well, and all was calm there. Yeah, like Myra's there, just hanging out at the piano, just like playing some light music, and yeah, Basilio's there as well, just having a drink at the bar.
Freddie has not arrived yet, though.
Not yet. He hasn't arrived.
Hello.
Well, I go to Myra and I give her. You said she's there?
She's there.
I go and I give her a big hug. And I tell her stuff that happened.
And she goes, "Oh, Bessie, you got a little bit of blood on your new suit. I don't know how."
What? No, I didn't wear that for the thing specifically because I didn't want to get blood on it. Where? As I frantically, search.
Maybe it's just a little fuzz, and she kind of brushes her hand up on the lapel, and it looks like a little bit of fuzzy red, like it could have been from the feather.
Don't scare me like that, girl.
You know, George has been looking for you. I think at some point you gotta give him a call.
Yeah, I was thinking we should book a few gigs for the next few nights and get that cash.
Yeah, I'm all for getting paid, so I mean, you're the boss, and you're here.
We've only been gone like a day or so, right?
Couple days.
Couple.
Couple days. You spent a few days
Yeah.
in Greenflower.
It's
Do
the
you know if you
person-
filled that hole in, Myra?
If you feel it, I don't know what you're referring to.
The hole that the ghost ripped out on the floor at the Purple Nurple?
Oh yeah,
Yo,
I hear
nerd.
I hear the club is all fixed up and good to go.
Okay, great.
You think you'll be walking back there? Old this is fault.
Yeah.
I mean, George has been calling.
I was gonna ask Luca here if he wanted to come with get his own castanets and make this party a trio.
I've been thinking about it, to be honest, and I do appreciate the offer because I was probably just gonna jump on stage anyway.
I'm saying
I
if
think
the
I should
mood
get a-
hits,
I think I should do a little more practice. Get a little more practice under my belt. I mean, unless you think I'm ready. I mean, that's up to you. I don't want to just, I don't want to
The
ruin
music
your
hits, you just-
performance.
if the music hits, you just come on up. That's
Okay,
all you
okay,
need to do.
I appreciate it. Yeah, sure. It's not going to be like every song needs castanets kind of
Right.
situation. Like, but this song may need more
Exactly.
castanets. Like, you know what I mean.
Dude.
I know what you mean.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna hold off what I was gonna say then.
Sorry.
That's okay. It just,
Can you screenshot what your sister's saying?
yeah.
Or you just want to tell me later?
I'll just tell you later. So, she has some ideas, and she said I could call her this weekend. And she said she could even stop
Okay.
by on Sunday. I don't remember if we have anything going on Sunday.
I don't know that we do. I was thinking about going to Once Upon a Child just because Marshall's pants are all high waters every time I look at them.
Yeah.
They're like halfway up his shin.
He's got a real "Where's the Flood" situation going on.
Yeah. I'm like, oh boy, none of your pants are long enough anymore.
You guys talking about my flood? What?
Ooh.
Marshall's pants.
No, Marshall's got high waters every pair of pants.
Everything's coming up, Marshall.
Yeah.
A little too much.
That's a no-house joke.
So as you're talking to Myra, you see Basilio walks out of the back room, like where the radio station is. He's like, and he sees Luca. He's like, "Hey, what do you say, boss?"
Leo. We need to have a chat, buddy. There's just I think some things need to maybe change about the show and maybe the direction that it's going. I have some thoughts. Some things are changing. The climate in general, but things are a lot more serious than we thought. So I think we need to be more proactive in our stance. We've always been very neutral, and I think we need to at least start making a shift. Because I think things are heading in a really bad direction, and we're not winning. So yeah, I think we should do anything we can to change the tides.
I mean, it's your show. I was just holding on to it while you were gone. So, any
Oh,
direction...
I've heard great things. How's it been going?
Oh, it's been going pretty good, I think. Not quite people stopping me on the streets because I'm famous, but it's because they only hear me. They don't know what I look like. But
Yeah, that's kind of a thing about the radio,
but
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're a good-looking cat, Leo. I mean, but we all technically have faces for radio,
he says,
we're on.
yeah, we got 2 new gum sponsors.
Tell me all about them.
Oh, you want to?
I mean, obviously, don't say them out loud right now because we're going to use them later. But
he just whispers. He's like, just one of the taglines is "Pop, pop, fizz, fizz."
ooh, that's all I needed. Just a little teaser. Thank you, Leo. I've got some. I heard about some other new gum brands over where we were too. So we'll talk to them about seeing if they want to be sponsors as well.
Great. Yeah, sounds good. Just any number you have, I'll call, and I'm sure we can work out a deal.
Leo, I don't know what I would do without you. My left-hand man.
And then you see Freddie and and Stuart walk in to the Whisper Well.
Took you long enough.
He says, glad everyone made it back safe. Any trouble on the road?
Luckily not. I don't think we were followed. How about you?
No, free and clear. So I just honestly think that they didn't have the manpower to send anyone. I mean, we got out pretty stealthily. So
You did kind of whoop them.
all they
That's
had
good to
left was
hear, because we
soldiers.
didn't leave stealthily, apparently. The first time that we left town heading there, they at least had some tip-off that we were heading. We were chased relentlessly by several armed trucks. But at least this time, it seems we had enough cover.
He says, all right, so you took down General Hart. You got the key from him, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So, did you get any other information out of him before you took his head off?
Yes.
Kinda.
He gave us a couple of tip-offs. We know the location or the general whereabouts of a work camp, presumably, Scott, correct me if I'm wrong on this, presumably holding a variety of tall-eared folk,
It's gonna be my
Along
parents for
with-
some reason.
and Drace's parents.
Maybe they have tall, long ears.
Probably a lot of the people that they took from Greenflower, they moved over there to do some labor camps and stuff. Possibly Hasbrook, that's the closest town west of us. Maybe somewhere between here and there.
Freddie gets a little upset. He said, you mentioned long-eared people?
Yeah.
That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, he's a little distraught, having heard that, and
Do you know this type, Freddie?
Do you
Do you
want
know
to
this
say it?
type, Freddie? Do you know this type,
Oh,
Freddie?
My fault.
I was like, stop asking me.
That was on loop. I did
Sound
not like the
irritated.
sound of my voice either.
Broken record over here. I didn't know you could do that. You got a real skill.
Yeah.
They don't call me Bard for nothing.
Freddie, I think we need to have a conversation.
Hey.
Got one.
Freddie says, Booker, I think you're probably right. And he looks at you guys and he says, I'm afraid I haven't been fully honest with all of you. One of the reasons I needed to get my hands dirty with this mission is because I had some history with General Hart. Before I created the Feral Hand here in Mistmore, I hailed from Colden, a city to the west. I lived there with my family for many, many years, more than you can imagine. He takes his hat off and places it on the table. He says, I knew what Hart was doing with my people. I knew him and his cronies were locking up my people in underground labor camps, with their beautiful magic gifts being used to make the rich richer. Now they say they want magic to be extinguished, now that it's helped them put them in power. It's ridiculous. And now Shroud not only wants to enslave the gifted, but take their gifts from them. It's unbelievable. And he's just like rubbing his hands through his hair and like very visibly upset. He says, I was only one man. My people, my family, they were healers and artists, not fighters. There's nothing I could do on my own, so I ran. I fucking ran. You could call me a coward for running. You could call me a coward for cutting the tips of my own ears off to hide in plain sight. He rubs the scars on his ears that are often hidden by his hat. He says, I was afraid then, but that was a long time ago. I need to take the fight back out west and help my family. That is, if they have survived this ordeal. You all have inspired me way more than you could ever know. The Bygone Order is lucky to have you. I've gotten a taste for blood now. It's time to free my city and my people. Booker, I know we only hired you for transport, but I'm hoping maybe you're willing to stick around and help my colleagues here. Of course, there will be money in it for you.
For you, Freddie. I'll be happy to help for you.
Freddie gets up from his seat. He turns to Soup Guy and he says, "What do you say, Stewie? Want to go kill some more people that fucking deserve it?" And Stuart takes a slurp from a cupped lid of his thermos, puts the cap back on it, stands up, and says, "You had me at that last part there when you said we will kill some more people." So it appears like Freddie is getting ready to leave.
Well, hold your horses. We just got back from something. We should probably at least spend the night to lick our wounds here.
He's like, all right.
I would agree.
Perhaps I could stay one more night in celebration with you all here in the bar. So he
Don't go anywhere without a plan.
He takes a string of beads off of his wrists. That was like they were like metallic beads, and he drops it on the bar. As he drops it on the bar, they turn from like a metallic back to like just like they look like wooden beads, just like plain wooden beads on like a stretchy string that you could wrap around your wrist. And he says, "These are my holy prayer beads." And it's there for anyone that wants them.
They turn into metal.
What they do?
What do they do? I mean, nobody's grabbing them. I'll grab them.
So you grab them, and as they go into your hands, you see that the beads turn almost like into like growing vine. So they turn greenish as you put them on. These beads, when you cast, this is what they do. When you cast a spell while holding these beads, you can pray to your deity and recover 1 HP anytime you cast a spell.
Wow.
You can also once a
Gherkin.
day. I kind of homebrewed this, but once a day, you can activate these beads to cast Bless or Heal once a day, regardless of whether it's allowed per your class.
Oh, that's awesome.
At what level?
At highest available level.
So it's heightened. Okay.
Once per day, bless or heal.
Yep.
And then I can plus 1 HP after I use any spell.
If you use any spell, you recover 1 HP while wearing it.
One piddly one. But if you're gonna survive with one, it's gonna be clutch.
Exactly. When I survive with just one.
Yeah.
Cool.
He also takes a small iron ring off of his pinky, and similarly, like places it on the bar. He explains that anyone that wants this token from him can take it.
What is it?
It's a ring. It's a metal ring.
Metal
Cool
ring,
iron
you say?
No one has like a weakness to cold iron, do they?
I'll take a look at it since I already have the other ring.
So this ring is called the Ring of the Ram. So you put it on, and when you activate it, which you can do once per minute, you can spend between 1 and 3 actions to blast a foe within 60 feet with 2d6 of force damage. And per action, it pushes the enemy 5 feet.
So if you do it as a 3 action, you can push him 15 feet.
Right. And there's a DC 22 fortitude save. Yes, you
Drace,
guys-
do you like to do your range shots? Do you want this so you can push him away and shoot him?
I do like rings too.
Yours
I'll
if
take
you
it.
want it.
I'll take it. I'll take the ring. How many actions? You just use different actions to push different amounts.
Yeah, 1 to 3 actions, 5 feet of push
Yeah.
per action.
Got it.
Hold on, let me check something else.
It's once per minute, so how many rounds is that?
10.
And
Like 10. So you can do it like basically like once
once a combat.
once per once per interaction, like once per battle. That's really really long.
And then the so if the enemy succeeds the fortitude save, they are only pushed half the distance and they take half the damage. On a failure, obviously it's full damage, full distance. Critical failure, double damage,
What's your
and
damage?
double the distance. So if you crit with it,
When you say the damage was again?
it's 2d6
2d6.
of force damage. Per action spent. So like, I think it does more if you spend more actions. Like, so you could, if you use it for all 3 actions, you can do 66.
66. If you're using
66,
Pathfinder, it is an item.
Yeah. That's a
15
standard.
feet.
So you can literally add that in the path build, through Path Builder if you want, to your inventory.
That's an item in the game.
The holy parabens are as well, but I just kind of changed it so it's universally able to be used.
Cool.
And that's it. So he gives you stuff. He's like, I wish I had more to give you. And he shouts to Anita behind the bar. He's just like, Anita, a round of whiskeys for the family. And he goes and grabs glasses for everyone. You guys can spend the day partying. Then you can rest overnight before Freddie ventures out.
Are we gonna go with Freddie, or are we gonna let him kind of
We're
get a
going
head
with
start?
Freddie, right? He's obviously on another suicide run. He just gave us all the stuff he has. We need to go with him so he doesn't kill himself.
Classic Freddie.
He says, it's not a suicide run. I'll be
We've heard
okay.
that before. We've heard that before.
I'm still kicking.
Thanks to us. And I
You
shove
even
a
have a
shoulder
plan,
blade
Freddie?
forward.
Do you even have a plan?
I'll figure it out. Me and Stewie will figure it out on the way.
What's Stewie?
Ay. Man,
Should we bring the whole gang, the Peters and the Red Teeth and everything?
To what?
we don't even know where we're going.
We're going to Holden.
They said the actual name of the place, or was it
Freddie said the town that he's from.
Holden is the name of the town that Freddie's
Okay.
from.
Okay.
I say we drive to Hasbrook, check out Hasbrook for a night, and then drive the rest of the way to Colden. How many hours is it to Colden?
I don't know. 6.
6.
Freddie says, how about this? You guys, why don't you stay behind and get a little bit more information, and then we can meet up before I go in guns a-blazing.
And you promise you won't do anything until we get there.
I promise I will not die.
Swear on your deity that you will not do anything until we get there.
I swear by the forge of Mitvian himself.
The Forge?
That
I mean, yeah, right.
It's
pretty serious.
I will heed your words and just see. I'll do reconnaissance and I'll be careful.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell over to Anita and be like, "Hey, Anita, I noticed that they were also taking down some signs for Shroud. Is he not coming here anymore?"
She says, "Word is that he's probably still coming, but he delayed his trip because of what's been going on in around town here. It's a little bit dangerous and also probably I don't know if you guys told Anita or I guess she may have overheard what happened in Greenflower.
Yeah, I don't think we would have been like super secretive in the Whisper Well about it.
I don't think it would have taken long for that kind of information to spread either.
And she's like, I doubt that he took kindly to his general being taken out. And Freddie says, you know, while you're here, it may be a good idea to talk to Mr. Carmine, because I'm sure he's a man about town. He may have some information about what's going on with the president. If he's coming to make a visit, he's got to be in the know.
I also need to have a conversation with my beloved. Do we know if he's still in the fields?
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey?
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't gone there, but you assume that he's still there. I mean, he's definitely not out of the cage, because you guys have the only key
Right.
to get him in.
No one would have transported it. Probably.
Yeah.
I think so. But they probably have reinforcements there by now, I would assume.
The phone rings, and Anita looks up from answering the phone, and she's like, guys, it's a guy. It's Fish. Fish is on the phone.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I grab the phone.
I don't. I run.
Said, what's up, baby?
He says, hello, my friend.
Where are you guys at? Are you safe?
Just update you. We're safe. Fish, Peters, and Red Teeth. We made it to Sunrise Port. We're here doing local jobs for Demont. And then he hear him grunt like he got elbowed. And he says, I mean, super secret boss.
Wait. Demont, where can I send you some sketches that I have? I have some things in the works. Can I mail you something?
You want to mail sketches?
I need to have a meeting with your boss.
Yeah, you can. I guess mail sketches to his storefront here in Sunrise Port.
Is that where you guys are working out of?
Is it a PO box?
He's struggling to give you that information, but it's close by. Yeah, I'm close by.
I want to let
If you want to send sketches directly to Fish, I'm pretty stylish. I can take a look myself.
But you know Demont? You know the Demont? I'm like very fangirling right now, not being productive at all.
Hold on, let me put on the Fish music. I forgot. He said, I'm not allowed to say name. They don't want me to say name, but yes, I know him. I know him now.
Who is they? Is it the Red Teeth? Are they giving you a hard time? Put Floyd on the phone.
You see, like arguing on the phone. He passes it. And Floyd comes on the phone. He says, "Yeah, our boss says there's plenty of work for you. Here, if the whole Bygone order thing doesn't work out, he's happy to meet with all of you."
What kind of work are you guys doing for him? Fashion stuff?
No, exactly.
Is he a corrupt little fashionista?
Ask him if he's opening a ham hut.
Grace wants to know, is he opening a ham hut?
A ham hut? What the fuck is a ham hut?
I
Never mind.
don't know. Taxidermied ham suits.
No, we're not doing fashion work. We rough up people that he asks us to run insurance schemes around town.
Are you guys getting mixed up with shrouds? Are you or anything?
Not at the moment. We're trying to avoid them for now.
Okay. Yeah, just
They're
lay low
around.
and yeah, just lay low and don't get in any trouble while you're up there.
You see, you hear like the phone get tussled around a bit, and then Val comes on the phone. She goes, "Boss gave us new suits, but they're a little blue for my liking. Plus, they don't match the name. Guess I'll have to workshop some options."
You can send me the suit, Val. We might be the same size.
Send you the suit? You want me to send you an original Demont? I mean, it's kind of like you kind of like gave us. It's like a uniform. Me and Floyd are matching.
But you said blue's not your color. Anyway, that's fine. Guys, do we have anything else for Fish and the Red Teeth and the Peters?
The phone, you hear tussling on the phone again. Fish takes the phone back. He says, "Listen, I just want you to know. We cut off supply of lumber by burning the docks and sabotaging the workers. But it looks like they are far along in the process of building a navy here. There are warships at the harbor, and harbor masters say Famian government no longer want part of Mercola tapping their resources and sending everything back here. I asked what kind of resources. Harbor masters say it ranged from precious metal to people. Just thought you might want to know."
People, eh?
I kind of briefly relay that we're gonna be heading out to Colden for a few days, probably.
Okay, cool. That's far out there.
Yeah, we got some work that we got to do out there, but we're probably not gonna leave for a couple of days. I guess we'll hit you up and let you know when we're out of town.
Alright, yes, give me a call before you head out, and we'll see where we at. And if you need help, and you can pay, then we'll help you.
We saw the money
Okay.
before, don't
Do you guys have anything else you want to ask him or say? Or anything?
When they said that they have information for transporting people, are we talking soldiers, prisoners, magic users, slaves? What are we talking about?
Harbor Master didn't say. He just said the resources are precious metals to people. I don't think he meant slaves, but I'm not 100% sure. From the sound of it, it sounds like Shroud already has his own slave trade going on here, on this side of the sea.
Do you think they're shipping people off?
Sending people to Famia?
Yeah.
Oh, certainly they're sending people to Famia to mine the mines and whatnot.
Well, might not be a bad idea to check out the shipping yard. But, I'm good.
Let's hold off on going to Sunrise Port for right now. Okay, thanks. Let's go check out this Colden thing. Let's help Freddie out.
Oh, I keep forgetting that, Okay, yeah, we're in Mistmore.
Okay, Fish. Stay sexy. I mean, what? Okay, bye.
He says what? And then you hang up the phone.
Open?
So
Bessie, if you keep making jokes like that, you're gonna be barred from the comedy clubs.
Luckily, I don't do comedy.
It's a bard joke more than anything.
Oh, Bart. Gotcha.
Well, you certainly that doesn't stop you from trying.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can just kind of spend the evening reminiscing with Freddie or whatnot, and then the next day, unless there's anything else you guys want to do this particular day.
I think I would go talk to Georgie.
Okay, you want to like go to the club, or you want to give him a call?
Me and Myra might head over there.
Okay.
Myra, let's go stop and. I mean, unless you guys have stuff you want to do.
Yeah, it sounds like we should have talked to Carmine.
You can talk to Carmine like the next day if you want, like after
Wow, I mean,
Freddie leaves.
I'm drinking with Freddie.
Yeah, you stay drinking with Freddie, and so you're gonna go to the Purple Nurple and talk to Georgie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You arrive there, and Georgie is there in his like bright purple suit, it's a very stylized mustache. Feels like it's getting like longer and curlier. You walk in, and he's just like, he sees you, and he's like exasperated. He's like, "Bessie, the renovations at the club are done. Are you looking for work?"
Yeah, I can do a gig tonight if you want.
Well, I mean, I'll definitely need you for when President Shroud comes to town, if he still decides to. I want to throw a party for him.
Okay.
The
Do
date
you know when that's happening?
TBD. We're not 100% sure when he's coming. When he's coming here. I'm also looking for like wait staff. If you know anyone else who needs a job, you should send them my way.
Okay, I'll keep an ear out. But no gigs for tonight then, huh?
Not tonight. Not tonight. Nope. No openings on stage. I mean, you could always, I guess, stop by if you want to try to jump on there. But we got acts all night, so.
I guess Myra and I will have to go to the elbow room tonight.
Well, I'm not gonna stop.
You won't let us put on 1 or 2 numbers?
I'm fully booked, people. I mean, I can't. If I let you play tonight, then I'm telling someone else that they have to play less.
Boom.
She can.
All right, well, you just keep me posted on when Shroud's coming. I guess that is a better
It'll be
gig.
It'll be worth your while.
All right. I guess I should be flattered that you chose me to headline it for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I said that on purpose to see.
He's like, yeah.
He didn't say headline, but I'm like,
You'll be one of the headliners for sure.
the biggest headliner. Myra, can you picture it? There'll be posters of us outside.
All right. If you provide a poster, then I'm happy to.
All right, Georgie.
I'll call you when the president is coming to visit. I'll let you know when that date.
Yeah, if I'm not here, just tell Myra and I'll contact her.
Sounds good.
Oh.
All right, so you leave there. Yeah.
I'll probably head back to Whisper Well to drink with everyone if I don't have a gig going on.
Yeah, everyone can spend the evening drinking and then crash for the evening. You can even crash there if you want to. The next morning, Freddie, you see Freddie and Stuart. You guys are all there, like to escort them. I mean, to see them off as they get ready to leave. And he says, "Well, I've given you everything that I have. I guess I'll just, we'll meet up again.
We'll see you in a couple of days. Don't do anything stupid."
Listen, if I've learned anything, I won't do anything stupid. But I've always thought that the biggest failure you can achieve is not even trying. So I've got to try to do something. I won't get hyper violent until you guys arrive. But for the time being, you're all in charge. He puts his hat on and he says, "I'll see you in a few days." And he tips his hat and they leave. And Stewie follows him out.
And what are they doing exactly?
They're going out west to try to find out more information about possible like labor camps for his people.
Gotcha, that's right.
His people and for like Drace's parents.
Did we get word on whether he was full elvish, half elvish? Elvish impersonator?
He didn't say, but he's at least part elf.
Gotcha.
I think that he implies when he says that he lived there a long time that he means
he's a long. Gotcha.
I assume elf
we
eyes
should
look
not be
more like
worried about
normal
him
human
dying.
eyes in this, right?
Yeah, he looks human without the ears. This is very
Okay.
Tolkien-esque.
Okay.
Except he has facial hair.
Fair. All right. Well, we have a few days to kill here. I guess we can look for more information or tie up any loose ends you all may have here.
You wanna you can talk to Carmine, as Freddie suggested. It's up to you. If you have any other ideas.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay, sorry.
Okay, I can think of-
Carmine is which guy? Sorry.
Carmine is
Been a minute.
the drug lord.
Eastman is here. Osric.
Yeah, he was the-
Carmine.
with all the
He's
He's
money.
the guy you get your prime guild
right.
from.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
He worked really closely with the Shroud, but more so just to like work with his crime. Probably a lot of bribery and stuff. His brother's the one that was found dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
We still never solved. I know. Did we ever figure out who did that?
Yeah, it was Romano.
He OD'd on Romano's stuff.
Then we killed Romano.
When we killed Romano.
Took care
Are we
of
gonna
that.
head over to Carmine's or are we gonna call him?
We might as well go
You-
see him, right?
If you guys have a relationship with him, it wouldn't hurt to make an appointment.
Yeah.
An appointment. We'll just show up.
Right. Yeah, he does. He doesn't mind walk-ins. We'll
I wonder if
just,
Lucky works for him now that he got rid of Lucky's boss.
I would assume that Lucky works for him now because Soup Guy worked for Lucky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can go over there to the Carmine Estate, or you can call him. Whatever you'd like to do.
Is that north of the city, close to the encampments and stuff?
No, it's a little bit to the east, like closer to like City Hall
Okay.
in that neighborhood. I forget what it's called. That one neighborhood over there.
Hmm.
All right. Well, let's head over to Carbide.
Less schmooze.
I assume since it's a brand new day, we've all healed up and everything. And
Yeah, everyone can heal up. That's fine. Yeah.
Yay.
You guys, you can go to Carmine Estate. It's a huge house. It's a gated property, but the gates are just open. Big cobblestone driveway. Towards closer to the house, there's like a nice red car. House is beautiful and adorned with like lavish gardens. Frankly, it's kind of miraculous. Hello, person in chat. Permafrost Bite. Welcome.
Hey.
And it's like, honestly, like the gardens are so well kept and like bright and beautiful, which it's not something you would normally see in Mistmore because the town itself is so overcast most of the time. You see there's a few people working in the gardens, like planting new flowers, removing old ones or dead ones and weeds. There's a path that leads up to a large white front door. None of the people working the gardens stop you or think even really look. They're just like focused in their work.
Okay. Shall we go up to the front door and knock?
Yes, we'll be right behind you.
Well,
On guard.
I don't need to do the talking. Why don't you do the talking?
Things are great.
Because he's your boyfriend.
Permafrost_bite. How are you?
Yeah, we go in. The whole idea was to come unannounced, so here we are. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
So you go up and knock, and
Knocking's for amateurs, and I just try to turn the knob.
it
Wow.
is not locked, so like you can just open the door if you want to go.
That is not. I hope that burns you. I hope you get burned. Is it open?
Is it open?
Does it open?
Yeah, it opens.
You just opened it.
All right. Yoo-hoo, yoodaloo, hello.
There's like you see like a man in like a black suit and white gloves, very like very dressed like a butler, like kind of rushes over
Butler.
and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yes, we're good friends with Mr. Carmine. Is he home?
Mr.
Good
Carmine
for
is home. If you give me just a few moments, I can see if he's available.
Oh, he has time for us. And then I just open the door more, and I'm like, come on, guys. And I hold the door open for everyone to come in.
I guess we're going in.
He just like you.
guess
This
we're
is like
doing
just a regular dude, so you can just like push him in, and
I don't push him, but I feel
What
like
noise does he make as Bessie pushes past him?
yeah, you will have to push past him to get in because he's standing between you and the inside.
Okay.
What noises does he make?
I push past him.
Yeah, you push past him and just kind of like, oh, there it is.
Oh yeah,
You do it.
that.
I do it like in a way where I grab both his shoulders and like kiss him on the cheek, but as I push him back.
He's just kind of nervous. He's like, oh, very good, as you're like moving him. And he's just like, give me just a moment. I will talk to Mr. Carmine and see if he is available to see you. And he walks away. So you're inside the mansion now, the house, and it's decorated. There's a ton of marble everywhere. There's marble pillars. There's a double staircase that leads up to like a small gallery. There's a big bronze and crystal chandelier in this main hall.
Fancy stuff. I wonder if he'd miss any of it.
Oh wow.
Okay, we're trying to work with this guy here. Don't get sticky fingers.
Yeah, Bessie. Usually, when you're trying to convince somebody that you're good friends with the person whose door you're knocking on, you don't call him Mister Such and Such. We're great friends with Mister Carmine.
Maybe that's what the ladies want.
That's just my pet name for him. It's like one of those things where like you call like someone
Darling.
daddy,
Oh.
but it's the 1920s, so I just call him Mister. I don't know.
Mr.
Yeah,
Carmine.
good save.
Those are the same. All right, so he walks away, walks out of the room. You guys can make some perception checks. There's a couple things that you can look at in here. So you could, if you want to try to sneak around without staff noticing you, you could roll stealth. You can even roll thievery. I'll let you roll.
This got a 29 on perception.
Okay, cool.
28 perception, so you're better than me.
What a chump.
What a bitch.
My
Chump.
the eye patch seems to have gotten a little bit over my other eye, as I got a 13 on perception.
Bessie, you want to make a roll?
Yeah, I did. Is it a group perception or do I do something different or?
You could do perception,
you
stealth,
drug
or
war.
thievery. I said you can do any of those.
I'm gonna stealth around, I think,
Okay.
and try and see what's what, and that is a 27.
Okay. 3 amazing rolls. May is just entranced by this like beautiful chandelier.
Really fancy looking.
Drace,
Ooh,
you're just kind of
okay.
walking around, and you see there's like a side table that has a date book on it, with the date 2 days from now circled in like a red marker. There's also a manila folder next to the date book.
Can I perceive it?
You can
I perceive inside
pick
of
it
it.
up and open it.
I'm gonna.
Alright, so
I
pick it
take a
up.
quick peek around.
Yeah, you
make
can
a nose
look in. There's pictures in there of like a middle-aged bald guy with a woman that you recognize as Silk LaRue, the prostitute that you previously met
Oh.
in the dark alley searching for Oswald Carmine's
I was gonna ask
killer.
that one, so-
So you see a guy with a prostitute, and then the date 2 days from now circled in red marker.
Wait, I don't recognize the guy in the I assume.
You can make a society check.
Well, what's my society? I don't think it's very good, but I'll do it anyway. Actually, I do have a good society with this character. 27.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you
Got that good society.
I'm a little
you recognize this man as the mayor of Mistmore, Malcolm Cross.
Malcolm Cross.
Cross.
Is it look like it's like a blackmail type of thing going on?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a picture of him with a prostitute. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, but it sounds like to me the vibes.
classic blackmail.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
And
Luca,
the date doesn't seem like that 2 days from now doesn't really like ring a bell for anything other than maybe Shroud coming on that day.
right? Yeah, just the date circled in red.
Like that's when he's gonna mail it, or is that like the cutoff time before he does mail it if something doesn't happen?
Well, we'll get to that because you guys made some other good rolls. So, Luca, you see on like another like small table, there's a invitation to a benefit event being held by Mayor Cross at City Hall in 2 days.
Oh.
The invitation is slightly crumpled at the edges, like someone has gripped it tight and then put it back down and like straightened it out. Like someone's angrily held this invitation, or excitedly, or something. Bessie, as you're kind of stealthing around, you notice one of Carmine's staff walking, and they're walking towards you, and you're so stealthy they don't even see you. And they run into you, and they were holding like a stack of papers, and you they bump into you, and then like some of the papers drop out of their hands. And as you look at them, like to help him pick them up, you see there are flyers on there that say "Recall Malcolm Cross. Mistmore needs new leadership." It's like little political attack flyers.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. As he like collects the papers back.
Did they scatter all over the place?
No, just a few of them fell out.
Okay.
He picks them up and he quickly.
Okay. No worries. Didn't see you there.
Yep. Yep. He's yep. Okay, bye. And then he just like runs off. And as after you guys are done, kind of looking at that stuff, you see Carmine at the top of the stairs of the gallery, and he just says, "Gentlemen, ladies, welcome to my abode. If you'll come out with me to the veranda, my staff have prepared lunch for us." I don't know this one. And he like looks at Booker.
Tip the head off. Charmed to meet you, Mr. Carmine.
Oh, careful, May, with all that charm you just spewed out. And I elbow her, like, playfully.
And
Like, we're not used to you being that,
he comes down the stairs.
that nice.
And he says,
I'm a
May.
delight. What do you need?
He says, "May, is it?" And like he extends a hand.
I'll take it.
And he just shakes your hand like very lightly, like delicately, like misogynistically.
Kiss it.
I mean, I'm wearing heavy leather gloves, so it's as I will take it and give it a nice firm handshake as it continues on.
Then Carmine says, "I was expecting Mr. Orange, Miss Bogtrotter, and Mr. McNally. Where are they?"
They're not here.
One of them's drinking himself to death. The other is
Checking on our people.
hunkering down with her. Yeah, with her.
With their family.
For cupping.
Mr. Orange seems to have a death wish.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I didn't say coven. Someone said coven. Sorry.
I did.
I said family.
You said so. Miss Bogtrotter, I'm assuming, is with the coven. Is that correct? With her family.
What's a coven? Does that
family.
also mean, is that where the veranda is? I don't know what that is either. What are these words you're talking
He
about?
says, I promise you, you have no reason to fear telling me the truth. Though I will say it's rather disheartening that you feel you can't trust me. It's fine, it doesn't matter. The things I want to find out, I will find out.
You already knew everything already, Carmine. You got the eyes of the city.
He says, you're not wrong, and then he kind of gestures to follow him as he leads you out onto like a stone porch on the back of the estate. So nice white pergola, large glass and metalwork table with several white plates. He's like, please, have a seat.
Must be nice.
I said,
I said,
The team of several staff come out as everyone sits down. Two of the plates are removed from the table.
Chargers.
The staff place smaller plates like on top of the ones that are already on the table, and they have cloches on them. They lift them up, the plates, and it's like this beautiful, open-faced, like kind of sandwich on like a nice slice of. I can go into as much detail about the lunch as you'd like to. It's kind of unnecessary, but I'm happy to. If you want to know what you'll be eating,
Yes.
it's a beautiful slice of like sourdough bread. Toasted, and it's slathered with like butter and some kind of farmer's soft cheese with green herbs. It's topped with like shredded bits of like potato that look like hash browns on top of it. They're fried to a crisp, and there's a perfectly cooked sunny side egg on top of it, and it's dusted with like flaky sea salt and black pepper and paprika. And there's just like a little rivulet of yolk running down the side of it. And he just says, please, dig in. I know you've had a lot on your plate, so to speak. How can I help you?
Why did we come here?
well, so why don't you catch us up with what's been going on around the town? We've had a couple of days of travel.
He says, well, the president was set to visit. He was supposed to be here right now, actually, but he is delaying his visit. He was hoping to give the local Shroud troops a bit of a morale boost after the attack at the encampment. But I think he's a bit frustrated that all of his officers keep getting picked off. News is spreading about what happened at the recruiting station in Greenflower and to General Hart. So I think he is rethinking his plans. He'll be here sooner or later, and of course I will know once his plan has been established.
We're talking a few days, a few weeks. Do we have any idea?
Hopefully a few days. I mean, I don't know if he'll. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
He said he's Guardian General.
Have they done anything with the encampment in the last few days?
Make a diplomacy check.
The plume.
I would like to use a hero point.
Oh, you wish you heard
I rolled a nat
Wait, we
1.
need that.
What?
No, we need that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely do it.
okay. Diplomacy, you say? A 25.
Nice.
And you were asking about the encampment?
Yeah, just like have soldiers moved back in. What have they been doing with the encampment in the last few days?
So the encampment is, at this point, been all but abandoned. They have not rebuilt the encampment. It may be something that happens when the president visits. It may be something that he does just to shove it in the Order's face. But nothing has been done as of yet. So as it stands, it's kind of just burnt to a crisp. There was pretty bad fire.
We heard. It's crazy how that happens. You know,
Yes.
accidents.
It is crazy how that happens.
Have there been a lot of Shroud present with the plans of up until the president canceled his trip? I imagine that there'd be more people around.
Yeah, they started.
Unless he's
They started to trickle in, but again, with what's happened in Greenflower and what happened to General Hart, rest his soul, a lot of Shroud resources have been sent their way. In fact, word is he's already handpicked who he's going to make his new general.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Who might
have
be that left
information?
Carmine just stares at Bessie.
And you just see my face turn pale.
And he says, "Do you want to tell them or should I?"
I'm like frozen.
Bessie, is there something you'd like to share with the class?
Yeah, you will spill some tea.
Carmine. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know how much you know about our little Bessie here, but I do know
Oh, Bessie.
who he's handpicked to make his new general. And it appears that Captain Beckett Barton of Sunrise Port is expecting a promotion. Along with his 3 sons, they're all reportedly changing station to Greenflower. 2 of his sons already went through Greenflower for boot camp, and the 3rd was getting ready to go there anyway. Quite a promotion for Captain Barton from the looks of it.
They're sending everyone over there?
Well, he wants,
Not Doily.
he wants to move his family. As a general, then now he's going to have some pull.
I'm starting to look like panicked a little bit at the thought of that.
What'd you do?
Well, Beckett Barton is he's my dad.
No.
Hey. This just got complicated.
It does.
I assume that you have at least a decent relationship with your father, so we can't just heart him off.
I don't want to hurt him off, but my relationship with my father is tumultuous.
What do you
As
mean? You
his
didn't do
first child and only daughter, I was very much raised to be a soldier, just like he was, despite my gender. And when I didn't want to follow in his footsteps, I left. He doesn't know where I am or what I'm up to or that I do the things that I do.
He
Well, it's gonna be a bit of a family reunion.
You changed.
Carmine says, "Look, you've all done me a great service by cutting out one of my problems, so I'm willing to help you back. I can have men go in there and take out Barton and his sons. No fuss, no muss.
No,
Just say the word.
I mean, we could do that. I mean,
No, absolutely not.
Didn't you just say you're an only child?
No, I said the oldest and first,
Oldest. Okay.
Oldest
Only
and
daughter.
Only daughter.
oldest and only daughter. I was very
Hey.
Robin Scherbatsky, except for he had 3 sons after me.
So you have a
I don't-
healthy dad that you choose not to talk to, and you haven't done so in years.
How long have you known me?
I'm asking. Is that the case?
Well, I have a father. I assume he is in good health. And it has only been probably but a year since I've spoken to my father.
Parents' relationships can be tricky.
Yeah,
Can't
it sounds
exactly
like it's
fault you on
strange. Yeah, let's kill him.
Yeah, no, we can't.
She said,
How-
yeah, you heard it. We all heard it.
Roll it back.
Maybe not necessarily kill. Perhaps a scandal or something similar. Do you have anything dirt on your father that could potentially prevent him from getting such a luxurious promotion? I mean,
Unfortunately, I doubt it. Would I have that, Scott? I'm pretty sure, like, my mom wasn't in the picture, and
If not, we could always fabricate.
he was just a dutiful soldier that just climbed up the ranks because he's very devoted to his service.
Yeah, you always saw him as kind of like a prick, but he's just very strict. And
Yeah, very military. Like he was my sergeant and not my dad.
Well, one point of option that we have is if he hasn't completely disowned you, is that having a daughter as a terrorist could certainly be room for not receiving such a wonderful promotion.
There's some sort of conflict of interest there, I'd say.
I'd
So
say,
you're saying that I should come forward as the person that has not only destroyed the leadership here, but in Greenflower as
you'll
well?
ruin your public image forever, but we won't have to kill your father.
Yeah, I mean,
I say we mull this idea over lunch a
don't
little bit
know.
longer
I mean-
before we decide to make me a terrorist.
Who needs I mean, we can all go forward. It'll be fine. Who needs a public image anyway?
I'll never get to work with Demont if I'm a terrorist. I don't want to
You
do
can. Wear an eye patch. Put a hat on. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you've done this on my sport.
Wear leather gloves, never wear makeup, don't be feminine, right, May?
I mean, you can certainly still be feminine. Just be feminine to look like somebody else. and
My
you'll be
father
fine.
disapproved of me wearing makeup and being feminine. How do you think
I'm sure
gonna
he's definitely
feel?
going to disapprove of you being a magical terrorist. But at the
Exactly.
very least, so will Shroud. And at that point in time, you're probably not going to have to worry about us having to kill the brand new general.
I'd rather not have my father know about my whereabouts and have him sniffing around where I've been. He has no idea where I'm at right now, and I'd like to keep it that way.
So you'd rather have him go around murdering a bunch of magic photons?
No, I just need to think about it for a second, okay, May? Booker, just give me a second to think about it.
Carmine, this whole time you've been talking, he's just like eating through his lunch. He's pretty quick.
what do you mean give you a second to think? It sounds like you've known about this, Bessie, and you're just now
Bessie.
telling us.
I've known about my father being a dutiful member of the Shroud, but I did not know that and I knew he was of great importance, but I didn't think that he'd become the next general that would be the right-hand man to Shroud.
Then why did we pause and let you tell us? Why did that happen?
Because I just sensed that it might.
Thought it was him. And he's kind of like, he was like in the running. Maybe there's like
Yeah.
upper.
It wasn't like a
echelon.
shoe-in, but he was up there. He was, he was due for a promotion before I left, and
Now I feel like he's due for death.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah,
Carmine's
had
like,
to know.
as he's chewing food, just like I could just kill the father if you'd like. I don't have to touch the sons.
I mean,
Again, we
compromise.
could do that if necessary, but it's a...
What about taking him prisoner? Is that on the table?
Well, how long are we going to hold him? That was the same issue with Hart, in that if we just hold him for no reason for a long period of time, what good is it going to do for us? I mean, we could
What if
certainly
we'll-
find a spot and stash him out there, but...
I'm thinking we just thwart his attempts at success. Like we don't have to kill him, but we can just make sure that
So it's scandal.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have
but
like a
not
Austin
with me being the
Powers.
face of a terrorist group.
I mean...
Carmine says it would be so easy. I have a camera in my office.
How about we start with I write my father a letter.
A letter? You can call him.
I've actually been recording her this whole time, and I'm like piecing together her saying terrorist group, leader of a terrorist group, and like editing it all together. And I'm gonna give it to Carmine so he can broadcast it.
To be fair, the Shroud already calls all of us a terrorist group, so
That's what I'm saying.
is it
But
really
they don't
any
publicly have that.
Is it any
But
worse?
the daughter of the next general to be being a prominent figure that helped get rid of the prior general, I think.
But you
would
want to
be-
do this right now before we go off to help Freddie and our faces are known all over
So-
Mercola?
I'm not saying that it has to be immediate. I'm just saying that it should be done before he becomes the right-hand man, which we seem to have a limited amount of time for.
You can go.
When do we think he's going to announce it?
Carmine says, I'm sure sooner rather than later, he doesn't want to show weakness.
I'm sure a victory parade over here would be the perfect chance to announce some chain of command things, but it would probably be done beforehand.
Yeah, like it would be
Oh,
more of like a public showing, perhaps.
We associate with Bessie, so if Bessie is outed, then we all are.
Correct.
True.
I mean, I've been thinking about changing up my the platform of my show to start maybe kind of recruiting and helping people rise up against. But if we're doing it, we might as well do it right and use the platform.
Carmine, how would you do it if you were to do it?
Me? How would I do it?
Who, me? Did you say me or Carmine?
Carmine.
This well, the scandal was kind of your idea, but just off the top of my head, I guess, like Luca, you could raise, you could bring it up on your show. That would, well, I guess it depends. You said you're gonna change your show a little bit to not be so.
No, sorry, I meant how would you murder if you were to do it? Like, what would your plan be? You said it would be so easy.
We're not going to murder my father
We're not
yet.
sure.
He
I
gave all of his
do it.
contacts immediately to us.
Say we were going to do it. I just wanted to know how he made it sound like it was going to be easy. I want to know what he
I
had
would
planned.
just pay the right people.
Just pay the right people. Just that easy.
If you could have done that this whole time, why didn't you just do it to Hart? Why did we have to go all the way down there?
Listen,
We've
were
been
the right
hired by
people.
this man. What are you talking about? Like we
I didn't
We
know.
were the
this
right
man's
people.
dirty work. Yeah, we're the right people, basically.
I didn't
I guess you
know.
could pay us to kill Bessie's dad, but it's
I mean, that's true.
but I don't think that that's really the results that we're looking for.
Listen, Bessie, me and you, we're gonna go and have a nice day. We're gonna go to the spa, maybe the movies. I'm gonna take you out, buy you cotton candy, maybe the circus. You come home, your dad's dead. It's fine. It'll be over like that. It's fine.
Go walk around Passing Say, do some soul searching.
Have a great day. Your dad's dead at the end. Wasn't really that bad of a day.
I would like to confront my father face to face before he's just murdered in cold blood. I mean, I know that he's done a lot of harm, but he's never actually been one to get his hands dirty. He's just
He just overlooked the terrorist,
Yes, ma'am.
evil organization going around that killing people, enslaving others, and oppressing everything that you guys
I'm
stand
willing
for.
to accept you to battle him in a one-on-one duel. Like,
I mean, things have
Skywalker.
gotten pretty radical pretty quick. It never was openly like, let's hoard and murder all the magic folk. It was like, get them registered and know who they are and keep an eye on them for any riffraff. And I feel like it's
Yeah.
just,
But the
That's
part
what-
that he's being advanced for is the current extremist regime. So
which is why I want to write him a letter and strongly discourage him from doing this.
So, Daddy, please don't take this new job opportunity because your daughter that has been missing for a year that I claim to be is doesn't want you to.
Exactly that. You can write it for me. It's perfect.
Actually, it's already written. Sounds like it's already
Okay.
good to go, man.
I just sent it out.
The template is already there.
And they're out.
Anyway, so Carmine kind of implies that's like, yeah, like there will be a parade when the president comes. It's very possible that he could announce the new general then in like some showing of strength for the Shroud. And but you, from his words, it kind of seems like this is gonna be a done deal.
So let me point another picture here. We have to do something involving both Shroud, the general, whatever. Your daddy sees you at that point in time. Or worse, one of your brothers, and somebody says your name anyway. So it still comes out just that it was being hidden that this was the case. Don't you think Shroud would have a very bad and potentially execution-y vibe towards the rest of your family if they found out? hiding it may not be a good idea either.
Right, but if I come forward, he could still punish my father by killing one of my brothers, and I can't have that.
Hmm.
It's true.
This
You have
guy's
like 3 how many
definitely
brothers you have?
Carmine, can I borrow your phone?
Certainly.
How many brothers do you have? 3?
I have 3.
I mean, maybe
At
it'll
least
pick the least
too many.
favorite.
Carmine, you're a man that knows everything about everyone, correct?
I try to be.
Do you have any dirt on the Barton family? Anything at all that could potentially be as damaging as obviously a terrorist daughter, or enough that would throw him out of the favor of Straub?
Nothing quite as damaging as that. I think that's about as damaging as it gets for someone.
No crooked books or anything like that that could potentially do it there?
My father is very much
the
a
father-
rule
Barton
follower.
Beckett is squeaky clean in terms of his own history. Now I haven't been able to
Alright.
find anything about your mother, Bessie. So I don't know if there's anything there. But
What about your
My
brothers?
mother's-
Did any of them get into any kind of altercations? Maybe a drug problem somewhere? Anything
My
that could
father would
potentially-
snuff. My father kept us under a tight lock and key. It'd be very difficult for any of them to be able to get away with doing anything like that
What
under
about,
his
uh, potentially magical gifts? Were you the only one in your family that showed any sort of talent, or I don't know if this is a bloodline thing or if you learned it to wave your wands around or whatever, but did anyone else have anything that could have potentially?
I can't remember, Scott, about my mom.
we haven't established anything about your mother.
Whatever you say, canon.
However,
Yeah, you can get up now.
your
Right now, go.
brothers never dabbled in doing magic. The doily likes to play the recorder.
The doily.
Yeah,
Doyle.
Doily is my youngest brother. His name's Doyle. I call him Doily.
Like, that'd be
Um,
deadly.
More like a coaster.
He's probably the only other one with any kind of artistic flair, and my oldest brother and my middle brother kind of are very much more like my father. Their names are Alvin and Richard.
Maybe they have an artistic flair for violence? I don't know
Could
how.
have done
I don't know how
sign
you're-
and theater.
Ay,
I feel like if they were raised in a family from the feral hand or from the Bygone order, they'd be very strongly working for the Bygone. They just happen to be born into a family that fights for the wrong side, you know?
Could we invent a scandal then? Is there anything that you could think of?
If
Uh,
your dad on our side, would they follow suit?
What?
That if we somehow got your dad on our side, would they follow suit?
I don't think he would come to our side for my sake.
So if
Either
you,
of your brothers have a taste for prostitutes or anything that we could potentially exploit?
I don't know, Booker. I mean, I haven't seen my brothers in a year, and they're all much young. I mean, I'm only like, what did I say? I was like 22 or something. Like, they're just barely adults, these boys. Like, haven't
Exactly.
even had a chance to wet their whistle.
You don't
Horny
know all your
little
brothers.
shits would probably be the first to go for it.
Well,
Is that really that big of a deal? Like a prostitute? It sounds like it's pretty like small in the grand scheme of things.
It
I mean,
depends on
did
what
you
we
guys
find.
relay what you saw? What, Carmine? Wait, hold on. My drama aside, what's this about the mayor?
the mayor. What of the mayor?
What?
yeah,
what?
you're totally just.
Yeah, we found
Subject.
out.
Mayor Cross?
Yeah, how do you feel about him?
Why do you ask?
I hear he's just doing a really great job, so you must be really thrilled that he's, the mayor.
You need to make a deception check.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
He says, "Look, Well, people like the mayor, but honestly, he's been getting into some rather unsavory personal practices.
Go on.
He's okay. It involves ladies of the night. I didn't want to get into it too much.
Is he a married man or a lonely man? Lonely men do lonely men things.
He's a married man.
Oh, scandalous.
I guess that'd be more of a scandal than just a stupid team.
What is that? Does that affect his ability to do his job?
Well, it's quite scandalous, wouldn't you think?
Sure, but I hear the mayor's doing wonderful things. Who would you suggest take his place?
Well, the thing is that soon enough, someone is going to find out. So I figure I might as well be the one to take advantage. Mayor Cross.
And then what will happen after you do that?
Mayor
Are
Cross
you
is
going to
an
run
old
for mayor?
man. You need someone in politics that's young and hungry, and I'm starving. And he takes a big bite of food, and
Sounds
Thank
like
you.
someone.
Wouldn't you say it's quite scandalous that you currently spread Prime Gill around this town for money?
Bessie, think about what you're saying.
I know, like you're now threatening this guy.
I'm not threatening him. I'm trying to get him
That
riled
sounds
up.
like a threat to me.
He wipes his chin with his napkin and stands from the table. He says, "Look, politicians these days are all play and no work. I, for one, see greatness in this city, and I'm gonna run it." And you see a
You got my vote.
staff member
Absolutely.
comes over
Where are the
and
buttons?
whispers in his ear, and he says, "You'll have to excuse me. Please take as long as you need to finish your meal. I have some business to attend to." And
Well, I guess my point was more so, I don't know. How much of an ally is this guy really if he wants to become mayor and welcomes the president of the Shroud with open arms?
He's
So,
one that welcomed us in with open arms.
Don't question it in front of him. You say, okay, whatever you want, and then we talk about him behind his back.
he had already left
he
at
left.
this point.
He left. He's gone. He walks away. There's a
I
couple staff
start
members.
shouting louder.
So,
So you
Okay,
guys,
well, if we're gonna
It's
have a
getting
secret
dangerous.
conversation, let's not do it at his private estate. The sandwich was delicious.
It was, so I think he should be mayor.
I also
it was
it's got my vote.
technically a sandwich.
open
It's open
sandwich.
face. I had egg on it. It's good
He
breakfast
knows his
sandwich.
way around the
I mean,
sandwich.
I think semantics implies a sandwich has a top on it. I understand there's a there's a qualifier there, but it's just not a sandwich.
Seemed like just a fancy avocado toast type deal
Right?
to me.
Exactly. Thank you, Bessie. Yeah, it's not a sandwich.
At least he's not bald.
Wow.
And middle-aged.
All right, yes, you guys can. You're still here, but you can do whatever you'd like. Leave, stay.
If we're gonna have a conversation, let's not do it here. We've already given Carmine a lot more information than he gave us, I think. So
I would say so. Although it sounds like you already kind of do everything. So
I mean, I was trying to rile him up to see if he gave us any more information. It wasn't threatening. I was just trying to get him.
let's not make an enemy of the new soon-to-be mayor
That was my thing.
that
That's-
knows our identities and where we do and who we deal with.
And you just
and clearly
said-
can easily kill the general.
You also have things that you could be accused of, don't you? Remember all those drugs you're selling? That sounds like a threat.
Oh,
Sounds like we're trying to blackmail him.
no. That's not what I was trying to do.
It sounds like it.
We wouldn't do that anyway. We'd murder him.
We would just straight kill him, and that's what he needs to know.
We don't do blackmail. That's like
He knows everything. Let's be honest. He's obviously has eyes everywhere. We've
He's
seen
got-
his
Yeah, he's
His
he's-
videos,
He has
video
lined
camera.
the pockets of a lot of people in this city.
Well, he could stand to line our pockets more.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm fine with that for now. Obviously, he's not the best of guys, but right now he's currently on our side, so I'll take that for what it is. And he seems to know that we're magic people, and he's not against that. So
Seems to know we outright stood.
the enemy of our enemy. I don't know if he so much likes Shroud, but
He
It
definitely
seems like he likes the city.
He likes the city. He plays all the sides that he
simply
needs
what
to.
likes power.
Sounds like he's playing all the sides.
Typical politician is all I'm saying.
Every king
He
wants a
sounds like one of
castle,
their
so as
people.
long as we don't blow up the castle, he'll be fine.
He sounds like a secret bad guy.
Absolutely.
Secret
Well,
Yeah.
let's get rid of the open bad guys first, and then we'll worry about him.
That's true.
Speaking of open bad guys that we have to deal with, Mr. Barton.
I thought we were helping Freddie. Let's not get distracted. Your papa is in another town.
Look, we let him. We made him like save Wilbur. We got to give him somebody. Might as well be your dad.
Hey,
We can't just leave Freddie stranded waiting for us if we're getting distracted by this other thing.
Freddie is
That sounds-
capable. And not
Freddie
only
is.
he's eternal.
Andres, it's
I
your
wouldn't say
family too.
eternal.
Don't you want to go help them?
Yes, I want to go help him, and we have a few days to do so. I'm just saying that if we come back and your daddy is already crowned as the new general, it's going to be too late at that point for us to start doing things before they try and cover it up.
I don't think they crown generals.
Here's a problem with
Shut up, Luca.
me just
are
being.
you still at Carmine's place, or have you started leaving?
No, we would have left at this point. We're not
Okay.
Yeah.
discussing more at Carmine's place.
Okay. Well, before you leave, he does try to catch you on your way out. As he's kind of like walking around, talking to his staff and whatnot. And as you're leaving, he like kind of sticks his head out the door onto the stairs, and he's just like, friends, just my recommendation: if you plan on doing something about that god in a cage, I would do it before Shroud comes to town. Once he's here, I have to put on a certain public face, and I won't be of much help at that point. But I'll contact you when he plans to come back.
Okay. I was going to go see him after this anyway, so thank you.
Thank you, Carmine. Mr. Carmine.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Ta-ta. As you guys walk off, leave the estate back down.
I cast confetti cloud in his lobby. So I'm
Personal
just joking.
cloud. Oh my god.
I didn't do that.
Might as well just piss.
No, I'm joking. I didn't do it.
So we're gonna go let out a spirit from a cage. I wasn't here for whatever y'all were doing with that, but he didn't want to be let out.
He's pretty
Yeah.
mad. I think I just want to kind of get a vibe check from him. Maybe you guys stay, like, you can come to the encampment, but like let me talk to him first.
Fair.
Oh, we got the key. Why don't we just let him out then?
I don't know that that's the best idea. You don't realize how angry he was, and
Oh, so are we gonna
There's a
tell him that
bunch
we
of
have the
angry
key
gods.
and-
We just dealt with the other.
We can let you.
we're
out
not
the
gonna
way
tell him
we're
we
going.
have the key. I'm just gonna do a vibe check first.
I don't know. I can't trust you. You be telling people shit.
I mean, we
Well,
can
what's he
go,
angry
but
about? Can
we
you just
can't
give him,
talk
like,
to him
a-
about all the people we killed.
Why not? Gods kill
He
people all the time. Did you not just see the temple that we were just at?
He's not like that.
Are you sure?
I mean, he's very much like, in like when Lilu Dallas finds out about war, then she decides she doesn't want to fight.
I have
For the
no idea what you're
people-
talking about.
Donnie doesn't watch movies.
And neither does May.
It's like once he found out how destructive the humankind is, as much as he loves us, now he's like the romanticizing of humankind is gone for him right now, and
No? Humans suck. It's how we are. Let him find out now. Let him find out outside of a cage.
yeah,
being
Booker,
held by
you're
our
not
enemy.
coming into the tent.
What?
I don't think it's a good idea for you to come into the tent.
Um,
Humans do suck though. He's not wrong.
you guys
Open the
wanna
door,
head-
tell him he can't stay out. He can't stay there, and he has to get out. Evict him.
You want to head back to
Evict
the
him from the
encampment,
cage.
the site of the Windswell Plaza?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, do we all need to do that? I know we're. Well, whatever. Fine, we'll stick together just in case
Okay.
Jeffrey
Well,
goes crazy.
She probably will.
Do we need to stealth to keep a low profile heading into an
Yeah.
burnt out enemy camp?
Everything's burnt down except for Jeffrey's cage. He's just still standing there.
Yeah.
Like-
Right in the middle of the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys can head back to like the Windswell Plaza Park. The encampment as you approach looks a bit different than like the last time you were here. Because yeah, it's all fucking burnt down.
Oh, Christine.
The Shroud, as Carmine kind of alluded to, they've picked up and left the area. There's not much left here. There wasn't really much for them to take, it seems, after like the explosions and the fire. The park is just like a muddied mess, and the once like very lush forest that was on the north side is completely gone. You can just see like there's like as far as you look, there's just like a bunch of like tree trunks that it's like very burnt. There's just like soot and ash.
It hurts my heart.
There are like just like little pieces of burlap flapping in the wings, or in the wind, and where Jeffrey's cage was, it's still there, except like the tent is gone. Obviously, like it burnt down. The cage is turned black, just from like the burned area. Jeffrey, you can make a perception check if you like.
Everybody or just
Anyone
best
that
guy?
wants to focus in on him.
Let's perceive.
Nat 20.
Never mind.
Nat 4.
Nat 16.
Booker doesn't even
11.
see.
29.
Yeah, so you can see him sitting there, and he's just sitting like with his legs crossed in like a meditative state, looking away in the opposite direction. As you start, as I'm assuming you're gonna approach the cage.
Yeah.
As you start to approach, you're still pretty far away from it, but a single bolt of lightning smashes into the field in front of you, and rising from the ground, a beautiful pale white woman, long white hair, electricity wisping around her, floats in front of you, and she opens her eyes and they're just pale white, and you can gather this is Kazor, who you've seen before.
Yeah.
She says, "I understand you have laid General Hart to rest, and have the means to free my son from his shackled place. I promise to repay you with great power." And she holds out her hands, and glowing blue light emits from him. And I'm going to give you guys some options for a power-up.
Oh.
Cool.
So there's 4 options. They all involve using a hero point, okay?
Okay.
Obviously, you can still spend hero points as you normally would, but something additional will happen when you use a hero point.
I'm gonna use the pool hero point.
You don't
Oh,
have to
no,
use
he's
it.
just
saying-
I'm just saying. But you could. But you could essentially do that. The first option: when you spend a hero point, you regain 1 spell slot of every level. That's the first one. Second option:
Are
when you
these
spend
permanent powers?
these are permanent. Yeah, these are permanent.
Okay, got it.
The second option: when you spend a hero point to avoid death, like if you're making saving throws, but you have to spend a hero point, you can choose to immediately wake up with 1 HP instead of being just like unconscious.
Got this.
The third option, when you spend a hero point while you're still conscious, you can heal yourself and any allies within 30 feet for 2d8.
Can you say that one more time?
Yep. When you are conscious and you spend a hero point, you can heal yourself and any allies within 30 feet for 2d8 HP.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow, that's a good, really good one.
The fourth option When you spend a hero point for an offensive attack, a successful attack will also cause 2d8 electric damage in a 5-foot burst.
It's kind of cool.
And any of you can choose any of these options. You just have to make a note that you have this ability. I can also add it in the Discord.
Yeah, if you can write them down. Make it I mean, I wrote them down a little bit, but kind of shorthand and.
Do we need to make this decision right now?
No, I'll put the options in Discord, and then you can decide
Okay.
between now and next session, let's say.
Okay.
Kazor holds out the other hand. The glow kind of stops. Holds out her hand. And says, "Do you have the key?"
Before you let him go, can I speak with him?
I wish to release him myself, if you wouldn't mind handing over the key.
Give the glowing god thing the key.
I give her the key.
You just like pull the key out like to give to her, and it just like starts floating towards her as like she takes it.
I'm not gonna fight her, that's for sure.
And you can, if you want to attack her, you can.
Roll for initiative.
She says, "My dear son, I release you from this restrained state," and the key like flies to the cage and unlocks the door. Jeffrey stands up with a bit of pace, starts heading towards you guys, and he yells out, "I didn't ask for this! I said I was resigned to my fate! Who else's blood is on your hands? Who else's blood is on mine?" He looks down at his hands, and Kazor just embraces him in a hug and says, "My dear son, do you see what has happened to you for spending so much time among these humans?" And Jeffrey's just like softly crying in her arms. She goes, I know. Many times I've warned you, but sometimes you don't understand until a thing has already happened. Do not fret, my son. Your mother is always here for you and your protection." As she says that, she turns back towards you guys and holds her hand out, and you see a large golden blade materialize, and she holds it in her hand, facing you, and Jeffrey just looks at her and goes, "Mother?" Kazor turns around and plunges the blade into Jeffrey's heart. He yells out in pain. It's just like
Scream
growling.
bloody murder.
It just like yells like really loud, right into his heart. He lets out like a really loud roar. She holds out her hand again, and another blade comes out, shaped like a butcher's knife. And she brings it down into his chest, and it smashes into his chest, and black mist just pours out and like starts to cover him. His skin starts to transform, darken, burn, flake off, regrow. It just like is doing it over and over again. And Kazor says, "This is for your own good, my dear son," and she's like crying. And she says, "Be reborn in our family's image anew, and rule over these people like you were meant to." You see as Jeffrey's face elongates, large curling horns break out through his temples as his face becomes more like ram and goat-like, very blackened and smoky. You can see she holds out her hand again as a third blade that looks like a large pair of shears materializes in her hands. And she holds her hands back, and before thrusting, she says, "A new god needs a new name." And she gets in close to him and says, "Matthew," and stabs him with the shears. And the shears go into his chest, and a vortex of energy spins out. It's like black and purple energy just spinning out. And Jeffrey is sucked into this vortex, and then it shrinks and disappears and lets out an explosive shockwave that blows you guys back like a good 10-15 feet, knocking you to the ground. So you're knocked back. You can look back up, and as like But before you even know it, you hear and see like lightning strikes, and Kazor is gone and disappears in a puff of white mist.
What the
The-
hell just happened?
I feel like we did
Bessie
something
is-
important.
Sobbing.
I'm sorry for your loss. I
He
think.
seems like he's fine. He's still alive.
You need to explain to us what your deal with Jeffrey is a little bit. This whole mystery, like it's not gonna do. We need to know
No.
some things.
There isn't anything. He's the one that I met in Sunrise
know.
Court.
So,
He's
like,
the
what
one
did you
that
think you were possibly gonna tell him that his godmother?
I mean, I didn't know she was gonna kill him. I wanted.
Kill him. She just turned him into a new god, the devil.
He was, and I'm like in tears streaming down my face. I'm like, but he was perfect. He was perfect just the way he was.
In a cage.
No, before he was in the cage, the way I met him.
I mean, in theory, you could always kill him again, and maybe he'll turn back. But I feel like then we'd be smite. The other electric lady would probably smite us. So, and you know,
It
we'd have
sounds
to.
like he went from like to some kind of new god that made like a rule over everyone.
Well,
I feel
God stuff.
just knowing what I know about Kazor and knowing what I know about Jeffrey, I don't think this is good for us.
I got this cool new power though. Haven't decided what it is, but I got one.
Yeah,
I got a blue little light on my tip of my finger.
yeah.
Feel kind of bad using any of this power at this point, but
I'll get over it pretty quickly.
Yeah, how bad do you really feel? I mean, I guess we'll see.
I mean,
maybe it'll.
maybe he'll end civilization as we know it, and I mean,
We could choose not to use it, or we just gave up our bargaining chip for free. Ew.
maybe we just single-handedly are responsible for the end of mankind, and honestly,
Maybe we deserve it though.
yeah,
Good
it's gonna
chance.
happen regardless.
Well, Kazor said, "Be the face of our people anew," and then he turned into a goat god. And I don't know about you all, but usually goat gods are not the most benevolent.
Usually,
I mean, Jeffrey was already acting a little bit like a. Yeah, I mean, who knows if this actually affected his personality? He might just be like that, and she's just making him look like that.
I
It was
mean,
nice.
before he was just a regular god, and now he's the goat.
Well, I mean, I feel that we should leave the gods to the gods and let the gods do their thing, and we got humans that need to be dealt with. So as long as the gods are doing their thing over wherever they do their thing at, I feel like this is not our problem.
Not
Sorry,
yet.
Becky.
You really got your blinders
Not
on
yet.
there, eh, May?
Eh,
But we have other problems to deal with first.
So Jeffrey's gone.
Hmm.
Reborn.
Is
You mean Matthew?
Matthew?
Really? Is it spelled some dumb way as well?
Nope, regular way.
Jeffrey's spelled that way
4
sometimes.
T's. No, it's the regular, the regular way.
But they all definitely look
And they're
like
not even in a row.
Yeah,
They're
there's a
like,
silent
they're like
T at the
all-
beginning.
Oh my god! So, well, I guess we're still in character.
Yeah, so I think
outside of-
we'll probably end the session there. But GG, I hope you guys had fun with that.
we did, thank you.
Did we just see like the birth of the Therian blade and the Terra blade, or
I feel
did
like
she
they
just,
already existed, and that they were just used there.
she just
Yeah.
had them ready for him though? She had a plan, and we just let her. We helped her.
In theory, like Matt Demon, like already exists in this world, just somewhere else.
Or
Yeah,
it died.
absolutely.
It's in theory was supposed to die at this point, but
Well,
That's so funny, Matt Demon.
so yeah, you stop this music real quick because it's
Created a new evil entity to rule over everyone.
Is that who he becomes?
Hopefully.
Matthew. I mean, who gave us those blades or had a deal with those
Right.
blades.
Yeah.
As soon as you
Massive
said it,
demon.
it took not as soon as you said it, but it took me a second when you said pulls out a large golden blade. And I was writing it down, and I was like,
He got stabbed with a gold blade. He turned to the
then a
goat.
goat leg, then a butcher knife, and all the black purple aura came out, and
I could have
then
sworn you were going dragon with that when you were
Steel.
like talking about like the snout and the horns and everything.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
God, that's good.
that was great.
That's good.
That was
What's the
fun.
name of his assistant again?
Benefict.
Yes, right. I'm surprised he didn't like just appear there as well.
Matt Demon.
Yeah. So Jeffrey's gone.
Jeffrey gone.
He's reborn.
Keep going.
Um,
Keep going.
yeah. So you guys have some, you know,
Like to do.
some information, like some different
Yeah.
leads to go. Like you can.
Yeah,
You've
good
got-
lore and good reintroduction to Carmine. Like,
Mhm.
man, that guy seems like bad news.
You've got you've got
Seems fine to me.
the event coming up in 2 days. I was gonna put a date, but then I was just like, I'm just gonna say 2 days because
yeah.
I don't know.
I almost dove into that. Like, all right, what's 2 days? What
2 days
day
from
are we
now,
on?
it's circled. It says 2 days from now. Circled.
It changes.
You got that. You got Freddie going out west with Stewie.
Dewey,
Oh, Stewie. Well, Soupy.
Still don't know when the president's coming to town, so you got a couple
Super
options.
sales.
Honestly, like Carmine seems more dangerous in the long run than anyone else than the president.
I mean,
Well-
I haven't seen him beyond this interaction, but I haven't seen him be dangerous in any particular way. Sure,
More
he
so
owned.
like in terms of like his power and money and influence.
Yeah,
So we're gonna kill every rich guy that tries to vie for power in this town.
Right. Exactly.
I mean,
Maybe.
But
Not
he
yet.
may be the next Hitler right after Shroud. You know?
He may force our hand. Is my point. He hasn't yet.
The evil is not the evil we deal with. I don't know how that saying goes, and I don't know where I was going
All I'm
with it. But
saying is we need to keep
I
an eye
think we-
on him. I mean,
all I'd say is that if we have enough regular enemies, I don't feel like we need to start distrusting people and immediately turning them into enemies too and
Yes,
making it more.
let's use them while we got them.
He hasn't shown that he's ready to kill us all yet. Let's use that.
Yeah. Yes. Wow. Yeah, that was a lot. I wrote a lot down, but let's see if I can do the next week's recap.
Scott, I am going to choose none of the powers for the hero point
what a
thing.
bitch.
Okay,
I am rejecting this thing from these creepy gods.
gotcha. No worries.
Oh, damn you! Why do
You
you
put him in
like? You couldn't even do that last, so like we all feel really, really bad about it. Now I have to just not do it. You fucking asshole!
Definitely.
Like, come on, you
That doesn't
jerk.
I mean, you
Yeah.
guys like magic stuff to begin with. I don't like the spirits, the gods, or anything like that as a start. So this seems
no, but
creepy and weird.
I like your point though. I don't want to be like a pawn of Kazor, especially if
Oh, I was going to reject mine also. I didn't know that was an option. I was going to ask Scott, like, do I have to take one? I don't want her power.
we just gave up the god key.
I
We just did all that.
You guys
for
told me
nothing.
to. You said don't
was
fight her, give her the key.
Well, yeah,
Going to
I don't
take-
want to be smitten by the god of lightning that just happened to appear in
I
front of
think
us.
Smitten and smoten are two different things.
I don't know if
You
that
were already
works. But
smitten
I
by
didn't
her.
go to elementary school, so I can't beyond elementary school, so I can't exactly say.
You're not May anymore.
I'm still using it as an excuse. But no, I do not want to be smited by a god of lightning or whatever.
The alternative would have been like she killed us and then took the key.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
You saw her kill or quote unquote kill a god that was in front of us. I don't think we were going to be able to do much against that.
I just like having payment for a job well
Is
done.
there anything left
We got paid with a new god.
This is that.
in the spot?
Then what?
In the spot where it happened, is there anything left?
An ashen
Of
mark on the
Jeffrey?
ground.
Like a piece
A
of
lock of his
clothes or
hair that got cut off before he transformed.
yeah, is there anything there?
Oh my creep! You
Let's
fucking
roll.
Helga Pataki
Roll
creep!
for it.
Did he spit out a piece
What
of
are you-
gum before he got
What are you looking
zapped by
for?
lightning?
Like a bracelet or?
Piece of gum he was chewing for what?
Yeah,
4 weeks?
he's like, yeah, I rolled a 19. So plus 9, 28.
He's gonna make like a shrine, like, hey
What-
Arnold.
Wait,
like,
what did you
help
add
me.
to it?
What am I rolling? Perception?
I was just gonna make it a straight roll. So if you rolled 19, that's pretty.
Oh,
good.
I rolled a 19.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want like a bracelet or something? You can say that he dropped. So it's gonna be decorative. It's not gonna do anything in particular.
Right, I understand.
You could definitely have like Joffrey's bracelet.
Okay.
Have his jock strap.
Joffrey.
Now you can switch to a
Joffrey.
thaumaturge and that make that your relic.
Yeah.
Joffrey's jock strap.
So, what are you guys thinking? Like in terms of what's the plan?
I don't even know. There's a lot going on.
I know.
So
Okay, look-
Shroud's delayed, but coming soon. Freddie and Stu are going west to check out slave camps.
We might as well join Freddie and them, I think, because otherwise we're just waiting to hear from
I mean,
Carmine.
if we free slaves, our elvish and magic using friends, if they're not dead already, we will have a bigger following and
Totally
more
agree.
people to help.
And it's also my parents.
Yeah, but they've probably had all their magic stripped from them.
Manpower is important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, body's a body sometimes.
It
But
could
there'll be
potentially
there's people on
further
our side.
delay his visit to Mistmore if more things happen.
So it'll be a little bit longer before we have to go public with your dad thing. So it's
Out west isn't like
you said it was
6
far
hours away.
away.
You did say 6 hours. Okay, yeah, it's not California.
Mm,
It's
this
a
world's not
day's-
that big.
yeah. It's from here to
I mean-
Outer Banks. Gotcha.
We can try to save my parents before we have to murder yours.
Or just publicly embarrass.
Just her dad
mean,
and brothers.
That's her
Yeah.
Her mom
probably
comes out of
fine.
nowhere like, "What did you do to my husband and kids?"
I'd have to kiss my music career goodbye if I
Only
do this.
until we finish. When we finish killing Shroud and everything, then you can be the new hero and you can do it that way. Or you
We
can
also put
perform under a
Myra
pen
at
name.
risk
You
if
can
she's
be Sia.
associated with me.
Or you could get
I
extensive
mean, it already
plastic
sounds like
surgery.
you had another job lined up in
You could be the masked
With the-
singer.
Absolutely. You
Yeah, I
can
mean,
join Ray Kath and the Songbirds.
you have a job lined up already in Sunrise Port.
Amy does
Imagine
not seem
that.
very happy about all of her future options.
Mm-mm.
Also, I can't believe you're all turning down the. I'm definitely not turning it down.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to take one. I mean, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I want to hear what Mike
Right.
takes and then make him the only one who takes it.
You all earned it for killing General Hart, but you don't have to take it if you feel guilty. Keep in mind that you would have. Keep in mind that that decision would have been made before Jeffrey got stabbed 3 times.
Mine isn't guilt, it's disgust.
We're magic users, and why would we turn
So-
down magic?
So you're saying we would have already chosen it. You're just giving us a minute to mull it over.
If you were gonna take it, then it would have. If you weren't gonna take it, you could say that you weren't gonna take it, but don't not
Right.
take it because of what just happened to Jeffrey.
Right, so May not taking it makes sense because
Yes.
May feels Booker doesn't feel comfortable with magic and stuff, so that makes sense.
Yeah, agreed.
Then I guess I will never use a hero point.
You don't. I mean, if you're saying that you wouldn't have taken it either, just because for some reason.
She's saying that like
Well,
she has
You
to
also
take
just
something.
don't have to use the power. I
You
imagine
don't
it's
have
something
to
you
use
actually have to say you tap into. So you have the
'Cause
power,
I'm
but
not
you
gonna
just
remember,
don't use
so-
it.
I wasn't making my decision based on what happened to Jeffrey so much as the fact that I didn't want to be the asshole who takes it when nobody else does.
Assuming I didn't know that she was gonna kill Jeffrey, I probably would have taken it.
Yeah, I think I would have taken it too.
For sure.
Mike's like, good, jerks.
Yeah. I was definitely taking it the whole time, even after what happened to Jeffrey.
Which one are you taking? What are you decided on? Sounds like you're decided.
I think I'm leaning towards the offensive one, the lightning one, but I'm
You don't do melee attacks though, or was it just melee attacks, or was it
wasn't melee, was it?
It's not just melee attacks, but it is a 5-foot burst, so you'll have to be right next to some
Okay.
enemy.
Yeah, and you're not usually.
Yeah,
Oh, that
also-
reminds me.
Okay.
Mike, or I don't know if Scott, you're updating this or not, or if Path Builder's updated yet, but Player Core switched up or made the sorcerer better. So the dragon one doesn't grow claws anymore. It does a claw spell attack instead. So
I remember
there's even
yeah,
less
I
of a
don't-
reason for you to be in melee combat.
Yeah. I remember you said that last time. I don't know if my thing's actually updated, but
I don't know if Player Core 2 is on Path Builder yet or not, but
Yeah.
yeah, they changed it to
Oh, there's a new option that needs to be selected. Draconic
yeah, if it's only a
Exemplar.
5-foot burst, then I don't know if I like that.
It's Articulation classes.
What were the other ones again? I'm definitely not doing the healing one.
They're
That's a
in-
good one.
He already posted them.
Yeah, if you
One
you can
slot
spend a
in.
hero point to
Slot.
regain a spell
No.
slot of every level. You can spend
Where'd you
your
put 'em
point
at?
to avoid
What's
death
bring-
and
1 HP?
immediately wake up with 1 HP. And then the healing one and the offensive one. So like if you're making
Where
diet,
did you? Oh, I see it. I see it.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think
These ones
this
here,
is even
maybe.
updated yet.
Yeah, then I think the first one probably makes the most sense for me, for my character.
I have so much healing at this point, especially with that new bracelet.
The
The
the burst of god power and everything else going through us didn't give us enough for a level or anything, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Just wanted to.
try. Not quite.
I'll
there yet.
probably do the-
What's
I'll
that?
probably do the avoid death 1 HP.
Be careful with that one. Because again, just coming up means that you're still in the fight, and if you just went down, it doesn't mean
True.
you don't have wounded.
Yeah,
It's good for a last stand, but it also
it's
means
good
you're more
for-
likely to die.
If you're about to kick it for good,
Yeah.
then it might be worth it.
Reminder again that I don't know if this changed when you when you use that power, but when you stabilize with a hero point, you spend all of your hero points. So at that point in time, going down again could just be instant death.
So don't buy that. Got it.
Oh, just buy it, but just keep in mind that if you use it, you're still going to be in a precarious situation at 1 HP.
Yeah. This is true. Why is it always up to you?
But the
I think I
third
would-
option you could use, because like if there's ever like a reflex save where you take half damage or full damage, you end up having to take full damage, and you use a hero point to re-roll. You get to heal yourself beforehand, and that might be able to keep you up.
Correct.
I'm almost positive I'm the first one to where I regain a spell slot of every level when I use hero point.
I mean, that one's just freaking good as a caster.
Yeah, that one makes the most sense to me for my character.
Is it once per day or every time you spend a hero point?
Every time you spend one.
So, yeah, that's strong.
It begins like a long battle, and I'm like running out of spell slots.
You hoard all of your hero points so you can cast all of your highest level spells over
Yeah,
and over
No
again.
many spells.
Okay. It's a plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, guys.
Well, until next
Thanks,
time.
Ash.
It's been
Bye,
fun.
y'all.
Good night.
Bye.